Well, it's been a while since this type of situation happened, but lo and behold, I recorded a 1 hour and 16 minute video, and my audio was not on. I don't know what happened. I tested it before, but it wasn't recording the entire time. Or it just didn't translate into audio. Maybe it was just too long. Maybe my computer's too full and I need to clear up some files, and that's probably a definite concern. But what I'd like to do is just go through the entire video very quickly. The majority of it was probably just me reacting to everything. And if we go to the very beginning, on the Star Wars The High Republic video that I posted, there was this user who posted, I had a question, and it was with the Star Wars The High Republic from Lucasfilm coming out with their first chapter of that thing, it did feel and read as though you're telling it to a 5-year-old. It's not written by 5-year-olds. I think it was great detail, but the way that they set things up didn't seem real. It didn't seem like there was conflict. It didn't seem like people were fallible. People had flaws. And Dark Winter, DARKWINTRE, posted something absolutely beautiful, and I probably for 20 minutes kept reading it over and over and over and over. It was just amazing, and I wish I could have posted the original way that I described it. It was just phenomenal. The first comment, it's not the first comment, the first paragraph and slash or sentence was absolutely amazing. So I'm going to go to the original video, I'm going to go to the original comment, and I'd love to read that. And then I'll come back here and I'll describe what everything else in the video here, because there's a lot more that we got into. Give me one moment. Okay, so here's the original comment. And again, this is phenomenal writing. I'll keep saying that over and over and over. But this is phenomenal writing. So he just went on and on and on and on. That was great. And again, the request was a better story and slash or plot to the the High Council. I keep forgetting what it is. Star Wars: The High Republic. Okay. It is 2 centuries before the Phantom Menace, and the Republic is beginning to spread out once more, following almost a millennia spent recovering from the aftermath of the Last Jedi-Sith War. In preparation for the eventual exodus, the Republic established space stations manned by members of the Jedi to help map and develop hyperspace lanes for travel. Prior to their involvement, only the very brave dared explore beyond the edge of the core worlds, and even the mid and outer rim, only now having established Republic presence. The stations called beacons helped ensure the hyperspace lanes were protected and safe for use with the various corporations involved in its maintenance, securing their near monopoly over the service it provides, with some using it to escape into the outer rim, whether due to prison sentences or just wishing to build their own lives free of the near-constant Republic influence. However, the Jedi's growing connection to the Republic is beginning to show the cracks that will eventually cause their downfall. But for now, it's just those who live out on the frontier who protest their enforcement of Republic policies this far from Coruscant and the Republic Senate. The beacons, however, hide a terrifying secret, and in one violent event, the destruction of Starlight Beacon heralds a new era for the Republic, as their actions to maintain control outside of their jurisdiction has caused some of the locals to rise up against these invaders. And to those innocents unaware of the peril the Republic has brought down upon them, an unexpected meeting will result in an alliance unheard of for almost 1,000 years. But will reveal the Jedi for what they are. No longer the protectors of the galaxy, but servants of the Republic that has already fallen, even if it will take 200 years before it becomes obvious. And he asked, I'm going to assume that you're a he, does that sound better? And absolutely does it. It does. This is amazing story writing. Something that I even pointed out last time is that this is what you could write at the beginning of the the crawl, the intro crawl that goes from bottom to top before a Star Wars movie begins. This is at least the first sentence is that. It is 2 centuries before the Phantom Menace, and the Republic is beginning to spread out once more, following almost a millennia spent recovering from the aftermath of the last Jedi-Sith War. That's what you could write in a Star Wars film. This is so much better than the crap that they put in, I keep forgetting the name, Star Wars The High Republic. It's phenomenal. This is what I would love to see. I would love to read a story like this. I would love for you to keep writing it. I would love for you to keep expanding upon it. If you don't, I might. But this is awesome. Like, I don't know how I could improve upon this. This is everything I ever wanted. And if we go down to a specific paragraph, yeah, this one. However, the Jedi's growing connection to the Republic is beginning to show the cracks that will eventually cause their downfall. But for now, it's just those who live out on the frontier who protest their enforcement of Republic policies this far from Coruscant and the Republic Senate. Okay, this is amazing, because what you have here is you have a foreshadowing, and you have a complete conflict, you have a complete plot, a plot dump or a narrative dump, whatever it's called, that you have. But for now, it's those who, why, you have the heroes and villains, not necessarily, but you have the people who are for, against, so on and so forth, and you have from where and by whom. There's just so much within this one sentence. There's so much in this thing. And even, where was it? The station's called Beacon. Where was the named beacon? Starlight Beacon. These beacons, however, hide a terrifying secret, and in one violent event of the destruction of Starlight Beacon, and you don't have to go into detail, which, again, I don't care what the other name is, Star Wars The High Republic. In the Star Wars The High Republic from Lucasfilm, they go into painstaking detail, which, again, I'm assuming that you can do that in a book, but for what they did with the first chapter, it just felt like something you tell your 5-year-old. But for here, these beacons, however, hide a terrifying secret, and in one violent event, again, you don't even tell us what the terrifying secret is. That's amazing. You keep it hidden, you keep it a secret, you keep us wanting to know more, so next time that the terrifying secret may come out in by whatever means, even if it's just for a brief moment, I'm now more interested in what that terrifying secret is. You don't have to keep describing it and going over and over and over and over, like just with the most painstaking of details. We'll get to that eventually, but having me want to read it, that's awesome. A violent event of the destruction of the Starlight Beacon. The Starlight Beacon. What is the Starlight Beacon? What's its history? We don't have to know its history, which, again, the High Republic, Star Wars, Lucasfilm, they suck. Like, the first chapter, it's not bad. This is better, and that's why I'm calling it's sucky, the Star Wars from Lucasfilm. It's just, they could have done so much better. This is the story that I would love to read. Heralds a new era for the Republic as their actions to maintain control. Maintain control, and again, now it's like, okay, now we have some conflict. Maybe maybe there's, what do you mean by control? Control can be evil. Well, maybe they're trying to control, really bad people, but the bad people just don't want to be under the rule of the Republic anymore. Maybe they're just rebelling for the sake of rebelling, and through the act of trying to control them, makes the Republic look a lot more like the enemy. Again, that's pretty cool. Of the jurisdiction that has caused some of the locals to rise up against these invaders, and to those innocents unaware of the peril the Republic has brought down upon them. This is filled with so much. I have no idea how long it took you to write this, Dark Winter, but freaking A. This is amazing. This is absolutely delightful. I would love to read more about this. I don't know how I could I don't know how I could expand upon this, or if we dive into it. I don't know much about Star Wars lore. I mean, I've played almost every game, including the Lego games, but I'm not really a plot person. When I'm playing a video game, I'm not a plot person. Just give me, like in Ratchet and Clank, I don't care about the storyline. Give me the weapon, where's the target, and I go after the target. That's how I play games. But when in storytelling, Oh man, it's I feel humbled. I really do. It's like I wanted to make this entire I want to make this YouTube channel to be about storytelling, and if I can encourage people to do something like this, oh, that's awesome. Like I'd feel happy. Like I would die happy. This is great. Oh my gosh, this is phenomenal. Okay. With that being said, again, Dark Winter, that's phenomenal. I may at some point take this and run with it with my own video, but I would highly encourage that you create your own. If you don't want me to do it, please tell me. I'm okay with not touching it. This is a phenomenal premise of a story. Like, even if this was like chapter one, or no, this is the preface. This is the preface to the book, and then maybe we can create a chapter one. And then chapter one doesn't have to go into painstaking detail. It's just we could probably modify the first chapter of the High Republic and see if we can take what we like from that one and add it to this story. And just want to mention that would be a breach of I think copyright. We're not going to be using it. We're not selling it. I don't care about using that content for my own purposes. I'm not going to try to copyright it. Or again, the copyright legal issue. There's so many issues there. Okay, but it's just you did good, Dark Winter. You did good. Oh man, that's really good. Okay, so what we have here is the video that I wanted to get into. And I went on and on for about 10 minutes too last time. I went to, where is it? Oh, there we go. Plot generator. Plot generator dot whatever. Yeah, plotgenerator.org.uk/story. And what they have is a whole heck of a lot of little details that you can put. The title, opening conflict resolution. Let's just see if we can see some more. Is it loading? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's a whole lot of information. I could go to the original website. I just want to go through what was actually produced from this random plot creator. And one thing that happened is I clicked fill entire form with random ideas, and then random, focusing on a relationship, financial, and then it ends up violent. And I was so interested in that. And what was interesting is that Molly, if it's going to be focusing on a relationship, Molly with Sophia. And what does the second character want from the protagonist? A phone number. So I was so interested, like, is Molly withholding a phone number from Sophia? Sophia gets angry that Molly's not sharing her number, therefore Sophia goes after Molly, or Molly is going after Sophia. Maybe Sophia can be a stalker. Just going through that type of, a little bit randomness. What's up, Doc? Sleepford, whatever. Moving on to the actual story. And this is actually what it pops out. And I'll read the entire thing because it is just ridiculous. The two charming uncles rampaging to the beat, which has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the actual story after you read it. So Molly Malkovich was thinking about Sophia Parks. Sophia was a funny knight with brown thighs and spiky eyelashes. Molly walked over to the window and reflected on her rural surroundings. She had always loved pretty Sleepford, the town, with its thankful tan trees. It was a place that encouraged her tendency to feel stable. Then she saw something in the distance, or rather someone. It was the funny figure of Sophia Parks. Molly gulped. She glanced at her own reflection. She was a clumsy, cowardly brandy drinker with scrawny thighs and curvy eyelashes. What's the deal with the thighs and the eyelashes? Her friends saw her as a straight, smelly saint. And what I loved about this is that her friends saw her as a straight, smelly saint. But again, if this is going to be a love story between Molly and Sophia, maybe her friends could have thought that she was straight, but she actually loved Sophia. And it's like, ooh, that's some conflict we can create. Once she had even helped a real old man cross the road, because there's not much happening in the town, apparently. But not even a clumsy person who had once helped A real old man crossed the road, was prepared for what Sophia had in store today. Let's go a little bit much further. There we go. Wait. There we go. The sun shone like bouncing badgers, making Molly sneezy. Molly grabbed a magic ruler that had been strewn nearby. She massaged it with her fingers. It's just so weird. As Molly stepped outside and Sophia came closer, she could see the silly smile on her face. Look, Molly, growled Sophia, with a noble glare that reminded Molly of funny monkeys. 'Cause whatever. It's not that I don't love you, but I want a phone number. You owe me 8,539 gold pieces. Molly looked back, even more sneezy, and still fingering the magic ruler. Oh, she really loves that magic ruler. Sophia, what's up, Doc? She replied. They looked at each other with worried feelings, like two knobbly kooky kittens cooking at a very energetic bar mitzvah. Okay, which had piano music playing in the background and two charming uncles rampaging to the beat. And apparently that's the title of the story. Up to this point, it's about two charming uncles rampaging to the beat. Oh, it's so horrible. Let's get a little bit further. Rampaging to the beat. Suddenly, Sophia lunged forward and tried to punch Molly in the face. Quickly, Molly grabbed the magic ruler and brought it down on Sophia's skull. Sophia's brown thighs trembled and her spiky eyelashes wobbled. The emphasis on the eyelashes, I do not get. Her brown thighs trembled. Okay. She looked angry, her wallet raw like a boiled broken banana. So weird. Oh, then she let out an agonizing groan and collapsed onto the ground. Moments later, Sophia Parks was dead. Molly Malkovich went back inside and made herself a nice glass of brandy. The end. Oh, that was some nonsense. It made sense, but it was so nonsensical at the same time. And what I would love to, and what I wanted to do here is actually create my own story. And I think I read it from start to finish here. Yeah, I think I did. I was editing. Did we go to the top? Yeah, I think we went to the top. I'm gonna simply just read it, but I went through the entire process of creating the story. I made some comments, I edited some things, and I think I got to the very end by fabled narrative, because whatever. Okay, so what I want to do is just read the entire story of just my rendition of the story, and it has its own flaws, and this is the second time I slept. Excuse me. I had a time to sleep, so I'm probably going to see some flaws while we're reading it right now. It might bother me, but we're going to go ahead and go with it. So initially, Molly was thinking about Sophia Parks on the left-hand side. Was thinking about Sophia Parks again. Sophia was a funny knight with brown thighs and spiky eyelashes. So what I thought from that was that Molly and Sophia was in a relationship, and then Molly walked over to the window and all that great stuff. So I had all these assumptions from the story. And each time that I kept rereading the original story, the nonsensical story by Jane Doe, it just made more and more sense that Molly and Sophia were not lovers, but maybe they had because it doesn't explicitly say that there's love or something, because Molly was thinking about Sophia that day. It doesn't mean that she loved Sophia, it simply means that she was thinking. And if she was thinking about Sophia, what possibilities could there be? Maybe she was remembering something in the past about Sophia and being surprised that Sophia would come to her town. And that's sort of like where I went with the logic. I just kind of like rethought about each and every single line and what was important. It's definitely not the eyelashes, definitely not the thighs, or the broken boiled banana. The boiled broken banana. That's just so weird, man. Or the fingering of the the fingering. Okay, let's read this and I'll be done. Ooh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, why am I sneezy? Ah, sneezy. Oh, I like this. Oh, man. That was a... I didn't have the impulse. I had the impulse to sneeze, but it was my entire left nostril, all the way back to my ear. That was a weird feeling. Okay, so this is a magical world with might and magic. So, Molly and Sophia were soldiers on the battlefield. Molly was enjoying the stable life she has because of a war she had fought with Sophia together. Sophia, now promoted as a knight, came to town by horse. From her promotion, taken by both force and by shady means, she gained influence, but most of all, power. Molly and Sophia were once good friends in their youth, but war changed the two. Uh-oh. What just happened? What? No, I thought it went over. Dang it! Oh, man. Wait, I think I have it saved. Give me one moment. Okay, so when I went to my files, I opened it up and I found nothing. This is literally the blank page. But when I looked for a different file, I found it. So I was so scared. I was terrified, actually, about like, oh, did I not save it? I thought I saved it. Okay. So we found it, everything's good, let's roll with it. Okay, let us bring this over here, and zoom in so we can see it better. Okay. Sophia, now promoted as a knight, came to town by horse. From her promotion, taken by both force and by shady means, she gained influence, but most of all, power. Molly and Sophia were once good friends in their youth, but war changed the two. Molly still kept her innocence for as long as she could, but Sophia embraced the tragedy that is war. Sophia's parents were taken as slaves in a conquest in their own hometown. Molly was fortunate enough to have her parents take both Sophia and Molly before the carnage. Sophia never admitted it, but blamed Molly for what her parents did, not saving her own parents. Sophia became battle-hardened and led many men into battle. Molly was fortunate to have been blessed with healing magic. Molly saw firsthand the blatant disregard Sophia had for human life and the lack of mercy for others. Sophia denounced Molly as a comrade. After their mandatory deployments, Molly sought refuge in a quaint little town to bring order from all this chaos. The most exciting thing that happens now is that old man Jenkins needs help crossing the road from time to time. Molly was startled by the sight of Sophie once again. Molly was a clumsy, cowardly brandy drinker with scrawny thighs. She never had to fight and was a combat medic who was safe in the clear from treating the wounded. She took up drinking because of the horrors she saw and couldn't cope with it. As the sun shone through the window glass, Molly stepped outside with her magic wand in hand to greet Sophia, despite her better judgment. Sophia approached with a growl and saying, "Look, Molly." Sophia approached with a growl by saying, "Look, Molly, ever since our time in the military, despite me having loved you, you have been harboring a deserter from the battlefield, and my sources say they live in this town with you." "Sophia, what's up, Doc?" Molly replies, still a bit drunk from last night. Sophia, with a glare and a vein that pops out, shouts with authority, "By defying the alliance, the charge is 8,500 gold pieces, but you shall pay this debt now with your blood." Molly looked worried as Sophia lunged at her with a sword. Molly, with her wand in hand, raised it above Sophia's head in an instant. A magic spell suddenly went off. Molly's wand became a gigantic mallet. The mallet's sheer weight landed a deadly blow to Sophia's head. Sophia, knocked out cold, released an agonizing groan as she fell off her horse to the ground. Bloodied and broken, Sophia bled in the dirt road and had quickly passed. Molly, still a bit drunk from last night, stumbled over Sophia and went to the local bar across the road, dragging her oversized mallet. The townspeople ignored ignored the body as the town sweeper packed her into a wheelbarrow and carted Sophia away. The barkeep puts down a glass and fills it with brandy. He slides it down the bar for Molly to catch. The barkeep says, "Thanks for not ratting me out." "Anytime, Skip," Molly replied before she drank from the glass. Okay, I think that's just a better story. That's what came from it. Again, keeping this video short, I'm going to be creating another one with a lot more detail and something that's a little bit more unique. It's the whole point is having a story that you find interesting and then rolling with it. And finding something to create. Because one thing that's happening in the world right now is that there's a lot of politics that's happening. And not even just politics, there's a lot of things that are outside of your own control. For example, in my own town, in my own city, there's a $1,000 ticket you will receive, a penalty if you do not wear your mask in public. In public, like with other people around. I don't know if that's strictly with businesses, but well, let's just assume businesses. But the thing that I disagree with that is that it's a 1,000 fixed ticket, so it disproportionately harms people who will have less money having in their bank account. Because if somebody has literally $50,000, they're going to be less affected by somebody who has $30,000, and including those who have people to take care of and the amount of expenses each and every single month that they have to pay. So it's just, I know why they're trying to do it, but that's the type of thing that I can't control that within the city. I can't. But you know what I can control? You know what I can do? I can create my own story right here. Molly, there's a train outside. So, one thing that I'd love to leave off with you is a question. With the story that you read from the left-hand side, let me get back to it. Yeah. With this one, the two charming uncles rampaging to the beat. With this entire story, what would be something that you could create? What would be a story? It doesn't have to be as long as mine, doesn't be as specific. It could be better than mine. I encourage that. What would be a story that you could create that you would enjoy reading? You would enjoy creating? What is that one thing? I'd love to know. Please post that down below. I'd love to read it. I'd love to reply to it. I'd love to pin it on the video. The best one gets pinned. I'd love to see that. Thank you very much for being a part of this. Please post your comments, questions, and concerns right down below as well. If you would, please hit that like and subscribe button. Those are the two best things that you can do for this channel to help it grow. And most importantly, please enjoy the rest of your day, because that really is the most important. Please enjoy it. Thank you, and see you next time.